Welcome to Spiritual Rockstar Podcast, where world-changing spiritual entrepreneurs come to deeply awaken the power within to bring forth their greatest purpose, to create massive awakened impact for millions of souls around the planet, while enjoying being in tune with all life and real wealth in all aspects of their lives. I'm your host, Daniel John Hanneman. Welcome, everybody. So glad to have you here today. Hello, hello. We are going to have a great show, and I'm just having a ball sharing this stuff with you. You get to experience this red carpet energy that I was in, and you get to be a part of that excitement and energy of me interviewing people. I think you'd really enjoy that. I have a number of different nonprofits we're spotlighting that I spoke to on the red carpet, including Inroads and Beyond Freedom International and all the incredible things they're doing, helping youth, charities helping youth, helping those that have been trafficked, human trafficking. So all these incredible beings, many of them very spiritually connected and oriented, of course, and they're rocking it out. They're taking the chances. They're standing up. They've been through incredible. A couple of them here at least have been through one or two at least have been through some incredible hard times in their life, and you'll hear their stories. But they've moved through some incredible things. A couple of them or so, and you'll hear about that. And then just the opportunity to gain wisdom from them again and learn about. Honestly, I do want you to learn about what they're up to, because it's inspiring, and it's also they become resources that we can connect with if they speak to us or refer others to that may need their support. Some of the people to watch for here too is Fenyoe, and she is going to be sharing with you about being enough. How many of us say we're not enough? So you have got to listen into her interview. She will be part of the people you'll be hearing from here. So anyway, I won't diddle here anymore. And I just want you to enjoy, sit back, relax, take it all in. These brief clips, like 7 minutes max, and just a few minutes with each of these people. Just one touch, one transmission, one idea you get from them may spark you with your business or your nonprofit, and to catapult you to want to give, to be generous, or to create your own nonprofit or further your work in the world, etc. So many opportunities to be inspired and connected, and isn't that like at least half of what we're looking for a lot of the time? So, all right, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and let you listen in. Good to meet you, Lynda Sunshine West. And so we're here at the City Summit, and just we're having a good time.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm here representing one of the beneficiaries of the event, the City Gala. The Giving Angels is our nonprofit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Awesome. We're going to get into that a little bit more in a second. But I'm asking everybody, because we're Spiritual Rockstar podcast, is what does it mean to you to be a spiritual rockstar?
Oh man, it's been an interesting journey, because at the beginning of my life, I didn't have any really belief in religion or anything. I didn't know what spirituality was, and I didn't even know that there was a difference between the two when I first heard about that. But I've been on this spiritual journey, like of self-discovery, like who am I? What's my purpose while I'm on this planet? What value do I have to offer while I'm here? Which has been an interesting unveiling, to say the least. Because at the beginning of my life, I didn't think I had any value. My first husband told me I was stupid and ignorant, so I believed him, So as I've learned learned who I am from the inside, I'm able to project that on the outside. And I believe that we're all spiritual beings walking around on this planet, serving a purpose. We just need to discover what that is.
Yeah. So with discovering that for yourself and getting out there, what kind of big impact are you making through your work? Tell us about it.
I would say the biggest impact that I make is helping people, or women in particular, to break through fears. I had a lot of fears, and I didn't realize it really until I was about 51 years old. When I woke up one day, it was January 1st. I don't do New Year's resolutions because, like a lot of people, I break them, But I woke up January 1st, and I was like, I want to change my life. So I have a lot of fears. I'm going to break through a fear every day for a year. So I made that decision to do that. And what that did is it helped me learn how to recognize fear quickly, to reflect on what's causing that fear, and to say, oh, that's just fear, do it anyway. But what I didn't realize was going to happen is I gained a lot of confidence, but I also learned how to help other people break through their fears. Because when you have faith, fear is non-existent or it's eliminated, And so I teach my clients, how to discover that they have fear, and then how to check into their faith and say, why am I fearful of this? If my faith is strong, I should be able to do this.
Right, exactly, because however you look at it, the source, universe, the God will provide every single time, right? So it's no doubt about it. So I'm grateful for what you're doing with that. And so tell us more about cultivating that, because that is such an essence of being a spiritual rock star, is being able to, because that's where everybody washes out, oh, I can't make it, it's tough financially, I'm having this challenge or that challenge. So how do you cultivate faith in the face of adversity?
That happens all the time, right? There's always something going on that's testing our faith. And so it was really a test for me, especially during that year. It was 2015, that I faced that fear every day. I was tested on a daily basis. Do I really have faith? Do I really have faith? Well, what happened is I discovered my faith got stronger and stronger and stronger as I broke through more fears. And there's a saying, fear is, face everything and run, or false evidence appearing real. Well, I came up with my own acronym, and that is faith erases anxious reactions. Because when your faith is strong, your fear is weakened. So when I found myself being really, really scared, I just said, how strong is my faith? If I'm too scared, my faith I need to check in. And I would just check in with my faith and say, okay, it's time for me to believe and trust that this is the right thing, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it with flying colors. Most of the time I did.
Right. Exactly, because you believed it, because you had the faith.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm willing to bet that you somehow understand really truly that it's not about you and it's not you doing it anyway. And that actually makes a big difference, because we realize our humanity is limited, right? And I can only do so much, but with our connection with life itself, source, God, whatever we call it, everything's possible. So that's so cool what you shared there. So tell us, do you have any last quick insights for our listeners that are wanting to make bigger impact in the world and take their game to the next level?
Just have faith, right? Have faith that the path you're on today, no matter how tough it is, no matter how much you feel like you're being defeated, no matter how much you feel like you're losing, just realize that these are all lessons for tomorrow. So I started looking at my failures as lessons, and then that made me I want to say I was excited when I failed, but I was like, oh my gosh, okay, what did I learn there that I could carry into my next thing instead of wallowing in it? I used to wallow for months. I would just be angry and beat myself up and call myself names, you're so stupid, and all these things, until I started to have this faith, that what I'm doing, the path I'm on is the path I'm supposed to be on to impact the lives I'm here to impact.
Wow. Okay, that is awesome. So I'm so grateful to have spoken with you and had a chance to hear your awesome wisdom around faith, and that's really touching and deep and powerful. So thank you so much. I'm happy to be here with you, Jennelle Gordon, and so I want to just go ahead and just let everybody know that you are the executive director and founder of Beyond Freedom.
Yes.
What is that?
Beyond Freedom is a nonprofit that works to holistically rehabilitate and reintegrate victims of sex trafficking back into the community. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and I asked because I've been noticing all this stuff, right? All these different things. And I really applaud you. Just this alone says volumes about you and with the work you're doing. So thank you.
Thank you.
And so I just wanted it touches me very deeply. So I wanted to ask you, what does it mean to you to be a spiritual rock star? Whatever comes forth for you on that. Yeah.
To be a spiritual rock star means to take your deepest pain, your deepest trauma, and really turn it into your power, into your triumph. Take your pain, turn it into your power. Take your, trauma and turn it into your triumph. And that's what I've done. I've done that through how I was actually a victim of sex trafficking for 10 years. And I used Tantra to heal. Yoga, Tantra. I'm a Reiki master, a Tantra yoga teacher, holistic nutritionist. There's nothing I really don't do. Meditation expert. And for me, that's where I found my body again. Because imagine being in your body for so many years and going through rape and everything that physical, sexual trauma, and you don't even want to be in your body anymore, but you're stuck here, right? Because you're in your body. So to be a spiritual rock star to me is to take your pain and make it your power. And that's what I did, because I do have my nonprofit that works with rehabilitating victims of sex trafficking, but my for-profit teaches men and women to reconnect to their sensuality in a healthy, spiritually empowered way, and really give them tools to live an orgasmic life. And so that is my message, and that's what I do through sex and relationship coaching.
Wow. So that's awesome. So tell us more about that. Tell us more about the big impact that you're having through the work that you do.
So my biggest impact in the work I do with the O Factors is what my sex and relationship coaching business is seeing people realize that they can connect to a stranger intimately, not sexually, but intimately, and that we don't do that anymore. Like, we are a touch-depraved society, Like, you even flinched when I did that. Not because you thought it was going to hurt you, because we don't do that. We don't connect at the level of the heart anymore. We're in this digitally advanced world, but we're swiping and clicking, and no one just stops and breathes with someone or looks in their eyes and really connects to them. And so that's what Tantra does. So to see strangers do that, to see couples do that, to really connect and feel love from another human being, not sexually, just love, that is transformed. Because once you do that to someone, it's like a drug. They're like, wow, I want to live my life like this always.
Right.
And to use the very thing that I was exploited in to help other people, that's freaking just amazing.
Wow. So that is so true. I mean, there's a lot of societies that are all touch and kiss and everything, do all those things, but not here in the U.S., for example. So that's amazing in itself, right there. Yeah. So what advice would you have for other people that have like their big vision, things they want to see shifted in the world? What would you advise they do to bring that forth?
You have to just do it. I know it sounds super Nike and cheesy. Listen, I'm obviously not white. I'm obviously not an affluent housewife. I didn't get bored and start a nonprofit. And those women are great. Thank you for doing it. But I did this from my own blood, sweat, and tears of being bought and sold for 10 years and saying, you know what? I don't have to wait till I have $1 million in my nonprofit to make a difference. I can do it now. And so I've spoken to over 40,000 people in less than a year through my impacts, through my online platforms. And I've worked with upwards of 100 different victims of human trafficking just through social media, through reaching out, through coaching, through our programs. And my business that I created, from the ground up, with no financial backing or anything. And so it's hard. It is hard work. But the bottom line is, if it's really your passion and you really want to change the world and offer your gift to the world, you have to just do it. Tony Robbins says complexity is the enemy of execution. You just got to do it.
Right.
And every morning, every day, get up and look at yourself in the mirror and keep on.
Right, absolutely. There's no time. I think what sometimes people lack is a sense of urgency. It's like, listen, there's not another better moment. Just do it, like I said. Just go.
Exactly.
So I appreciate it. So thank you so much, Jennelle. It's just so awesome to meet with you. And all right, so I'm so excited to be here with Megan Fenyoe. Okay. Yes. And mental health therapist. That's part of my background. And you are. I'm just so excited for what you're doing. What a message you're talking about. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough, right? Okay, so I wanted to ask you first to get started, what does it mean to you, because we're a Spiritual Rockstar podcast, what does it mean to you to be a spiritual rock star?
Let me tell you, I would not be on this red carpet, or this carpet, whatever we're doing here, if it wasn't for my Lord and Jesus Savior, or like my Lord and Jesus, like honestly, because 2 years ago, I asked him to give me a sign when I was in a very abusive marriage. And I never prayed this for 6 years because I knew the minute I would pray it, things would change.
Right.
So 2 years ago this weekend, I prayed a prayer and I said, okay, show me what you want me to do if I'm supposed to walk away. And he showed me. And I started writing my best-selling book, left that abusive marriage, and here I am. So, yes, yes. Okay, that's it.
Yes. All right, awesome. And so tell us more about the big impact that you're making in the world. Tell us more about it.
So when I left my abusive marriage, I've been a mental health therapist for 15 years. And even as a therapist, I didn't realize that I was in this abusive marriage. And when I walked away, I had lost my 6-figure income as well as him. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do now? And I was like, okay, Lord, like, here you go. Do with it what you want. And so that's when I started writing my book. And then a year ago, so the book came out a year and a half ago, but then a year ago, there was this other nudging feeling, and he was working in me again, and he's like, you got to do more. So as a mental health therapist, I talk a lot about visual coping skills and how do we get over those negative thoughts in our mind by the power of visualization. And so I created these cards. It's called the I'm Enough card, and on the back, I know you can't see it, but you can see it, has the word because with 3 lines. And so I encourage people to write why they believe that they're enough. And so people can go to my website and order these cards for free. You get 5 of them for free. And I launched the movement last year here at this summit. And in a year, I have sent out over 5,000 cards to all 50 states and 16 countries. And then 2 months ago, the movement became a 501c3 nonprofit.
Wonderful. Well, it deserves to be spread everywhere. Definitely. Because what is the constant idea is that we're not enough always, right? We have to do more, to be more, and all that sort of thing. So what message, real quickly, what message do you have to people around that? There's so many people like, no, I'll be enough once I get here or I get there. What do you have to say to the strivers out there?
You have to believe that you're enough in the moment. And that's why there's the word because there's no definition of happiness. There's no definition of when I get this is going to happen. So you literally in the moment, all we have to do is today. Like all we have is this moment. And you truly have to believe that you're enough in this moment because that's all that matters.
I always say it doesn't get any better than this. It really doesn't. This is always the oneness with Jesus, source, whatever you want to call God, whatever it is. Yeah. It never gets any better, really. I mean, it's just only on our minds we think it's better. So any last insights or wisdom to share with all those spiritually based entrepreneurs out there? I would just love to share the website. If you want to order your cards, you get 5 of them for free. Just jump to www.IamEnoughMovement.info. Awesome. And thank you so much for having me on your show today. Sure thing. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm here with again.
Yes, Forrest Harper, CEO of Inroads.
Janae DeVillisi, I'm an Inroads alum.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about what it means to you to be a spiritual rock star. What does that mean for you?
I'm not sure if I'm a spiritual rock star, but we take care of the underrepresented students across the nation. We give them opportunities to develop and then get into corporate America. There are thousands of students each year that are qualified, but they don't get selected to be in their careers. Wow. So we help them. Janae is one of our students who's gone up, and now she's on her own.
Wow.
He's being humble. He is a spiritual rock star, first of all.
Totally.
The mission of Inroads itself is about uplifting and helping communities, which I think is one of the biggest parts of being a spiritual rock star. It's the ability to own your power and share that power with other people so that they can own their own power too. And that's what he does.
That is so amazing. So tell me a little bit more about the big impact you're making.
Well, we've been around 50 years. In the last 50 years, we've touched 154,000 underrepresented students who are now in corporate America, CEOs, entrepreneurs, even acting. Sterling K. Brown is one of our students. Alo Block is one of our students who come through our program. So we really move people forward and uplift them to give them an opportunity.
It's amazing. I mean, if you didn't touch their lives, who knows where they'd be, right? That's amazing, the difference we serve. Yeah. And so last question, what insights do both of you have around people up and coming want to do big things to impact people's lives through their businesses?
Well, first of all, believe in yourself and come to our website, inroad.org, and we'll help you with an opportunity to really realize your dreams, no matter the odds. That's what we do.
Any last words about yourself?
I guess I would say, like you said, believe in yourself, and when you have that calling and that initiative, act on it and find ways to act on it in a community to help you act on it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for what you're up to. It's amazing, and I really deeply appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, we're here at the City Gala with, again,
Tess Banco.
nice to meet you. So tell me a little bit about what you do.
I'm the executive director of a nonprofit that's focused on helping veterans and families build their wellness and resilience skills.
Awesome. And your name again?
I'm Brian Smith.
Awesome. And tell us about you. I'm with her, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm
You're
with
a veteran?
Yeah, I'm a Coast Guard veteran. I'm also the finance officer at American Legion Post 43 in Hollywood.
Awesome. So one question I've been asking a lot of people, and I got the vibe to ask you, what does it mean to you to be a spiritual rock star? What comes up for you when I ask that?
I think being a spiritual rock star is rooted in being authentic. It's really easy to put on a front and say, project an image out into the world. We want so much to be perfect, but I think being a spiritual rock star really means admitting when we're not, and not being afraid to show that to other people. Because it's all right, nobody is perfect, and nobody has any idea what they're doing, really. I mean, it's all a big experiment.
We don't know what the heck we're doing. Just show up and let it happen. The good stuff happen. So the last question is just, do you have any insights for all our listeners that are like aspiring spiritual rock stars, people that want to do big impact through their businesses?
I think that my best advice would be to find what you're passionate about and research it and look for the twist on it in order to produce something maybe a little bit different. It might just take 1 or 2 degrees of being different from what it was before with your own special spin, because it is true that nobody else can do it like you.
Awesome. All right, great. Well, it was great meeting with both of you, and enjoy the gala tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to Spiritual Rockstar Podcast. Stay tuned for our next upcoming new episodes each Wednesday and Saturday. Please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review to help us to serve you best. As a reminder, you can get your free Meditate and Make Money meditation at www.yoursacredpurpose.com to rock your sacred purpose. Goodbye for now, everybody.